48 miles, no sleep, 12 runs in 48 hours. Here's what it did to my body, my mind, and what it can do for you. What's the 4x4x48? It is a mental and physical challenge to run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours nonstop by David Goggins, who's a former Navy SEAL and also probably known as the baddest man on the planet. He wrote a couple of books, and this challenge is from the book Can't Hurt Me. About a week ago, one of my buddies did it, and it got to me. I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. And that's the message of this video. If I can do it, you can do it. For many people, David Goggins has been an inspiration to push their mental limits. This challenge definitely pushed my limits, built my mental toughness, my discipline, and was an inspiration. I want to share with you some of my top key takeaways. Number 1, mental discipline over motivation. We all know this feeling. Sometimes we get motivated, we want to start, and we get going. But motivation is kind of like an emotion, and most of the time, it'll leave us when we need it most. Like, I didn't feel like running at 2 a.m., but having discipline and knowing that I told myself and others that I was going to do this challenge is what kept me going. Lesson number 2, energy is created by action. Honestly, I thought I would be way more exhausted, especially with the sleep deprivation. But somehow, moving gave me more energy than rest could. Once I started getting tired, I always noticed that after starting to run, after the first kilometer, I always felt more energized again and I was wide awake. I thought I would be way more exhausted, especially with the sleep deprivation. But I noticed that once I started getting tired, I had the most amount of energy after the first kilometer of starting my run again. Lesson number 3, you're capable of more than you think. In the book, David talks about the 40% rule, which means whenever we feel like we're at our most maximum capacity, we're done, we can't do any further, most of the time we're only at 40%. Our mind and our body are just trying to protect itself and conserve energy. Our brain also likes to paint a picture of worst case scenario. I imagined this run would be a lot more tougher and painful than it actually turned out to be. Number 4, body breakdown. I definitely noticed how the whole challenge took a toll on my body. First, I started feeling fatigue once I started missing my regular sleep schedule. The only thing that I did was 30-minute power naps. And then eventually the soreness came in. I could feel my calves, my knees, my hips, my low back starting to ache and pain a little bit, but I was able to manage it. And then fourth, I started really feeling my mental decline. During the challenge, I would post regular updates on Instagram, and eventually I started just talking and sounding like I was drunk. I couldn't even put together a proper sentence. As far as recovery goes, I highly recommend you make sure you're drinking enough water, and you also want to take in some electrolytes, your sodium, your potassium, magnesium, and also carb up. So here's why everyone should try something hard. You don't have to do the 48 miles. Maybe there's something else. Maybe you know of a challenge that you've been meaning or wanting to try. But doing something hard on purpose will show you who you are. And on top of that, I felt a tremendous amount of gratitude after completing this challenge. Even though I ran in the rain, in the cold, in the night, and alone. And I was also super grateful that on a couple of runs I had some friends join in, and it made the whole experience just so much better. This challenge humbled me, but it also made me stronger. And I'm already looking forward for the next one. Let me know in the comments what kind of challenge you've been meaning to try, or share one of the challenges that you already tried. And if you need any help with overcoming obstacles in your life, feel free to shoot me a message on my Instagram. I'll drop the link below, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Peace.